What's going on, everyone? Has the stream froze? Can you guys hear me, see me, all that other good stuff? Let me know. The countdown is still on. Is it stuck at 124? It says it's stuck at 124 to me, but let me know if you can hear my voice. Let me know if you guys can hear. Oh, everything is good? It's off? What? I don't know what's going on because according to me, I'm stuck, so I don't know what's happening here. Something insane. Anyway, so welcome, Rabid here. Was but refreshed, all good. I can't really refresh it or I'll probably kill the stream, so I guess I'm just gonna have to roll with it, and hopefully you guys can see everything. All good. Everyone's saying all good, so alrighty then. Music's good, sounds good. Are you guys on the right screen? Because like I said, I cannot see where I'm at. You're good. Alright, we're good. So anyway, I guess I'll just continue, and if something happens, let me know if you guys are not seeing what I am talking about, because I cannot see what I am talking about right now. Anyway, we'll continue on here. I got a few announcements. Let's do a quick roll call before we actually get into this. We are testing a GPU today, an RTX 3060 LHR version 2, and there's a new MB miner out. HiveOS has the updated version, so we will be testing this out in HiveOS to see how it does perform on multiple algorithms. Most of you, I know, is preferring Ethereum, so we'll see what kind of hash rates we can get, as well as power consumption on this thing. So, TechMan TV, welcome. Fudweiser, as usual. I see you are using those new icons for becoming a loyal Rabid Miner, so right on to you. Hope you're enjoying them. JRad, RSA Miner, welcome. Thomas Tran, Dave Collins, Markwitz Woodworks, 2144, Unread Messages. Smash, that kind of messed me up there, that name, but yeah. Welcome, Avi Patika, and I went through MC, John Frashkins, Aubin, Ace K, and Null. With Mr. XMR symbol right there. Nice. Oh, let me clear the throat. Sorry, guys. I'll try to speak a little bit slower than usual. I usually talk pretty fast. I don't know, my brain's usually, or I'm just amped up and excited or something. Who knows? But I want to talk to a few things before I go into a quick little crazy announcement, which we have not seen since Bitcoin first started. And we'll talk about that in a second. But look at, here we are at the Ethereum hash rate. I got to swap my screen over so you guys can see this. There we go. So, Ethereum network hash rate, our last all-time high when the prices peaked maximum was 643 terahash. Then obviously we see this dip here. This is when China pulled all their mining stuff offline. They killed the power to the grids to find out who was mining what, mostly looking for the Bitcoin miners, but that is where this fell. And ever since then, we've had a constant uptake in hash rate. So what hash rate means is the block reward comes in, takes an X amount of time to mine each block, and as more hash rate does hit the network, obviously that block would be found faster and faster, so the difficulty increases to keep that block time around the same time. So that's how the hash rate difficulty kind of works out in a quick reference, just in case some of you are unaware. But now we're sitting up at a hash rate of 701 terahash. Couple days ago it was at 715, so down a little bit. People are probably swapping coins all over the place. Who knows? They're cleaning out a mining farm. Anything could be the reason for this. We have no idea. But we are at the newest all-time high hash rates right now, so that difficulty is the highest it's ever been. And if you are unaware, because the price has been fairly high, we never really noticed the drops, and EIP 1559 came in. But again, the price has been pretty good, so we don't notice stuff too much. But to throw it in speculation, let's say 1 year ago from today, 380 mega hash, which is 12 RX 580 rigs, which I managed to buy last year in the slower times for $1,400. Yes, $1,400 for 380 mega hash. And I was mining 1.2 Ethereum per month. Now you're looking at this hash rate. Having 1 gigahash will only get you half an Ethereum, 0.5 to 0.6 Ethereum per month. So that difficulty, insane is the amount that it's doing. You don't really notice it, but you are dramatically not mining as many coins. Which leads me to my next ordeal here. Let's take a look at what to mine. We're looking at 6 RTX 3070s as today. As we know, RTM and stuff, Raptorium has been pumping. 6 RTX 3070s is mining on Ethereum. Now, Conflux was higher yesterday. They seemed like 140 to 150% price pump, but then they just crashed again. So they went down. If you are following the profits, I recommend not to do anything on a day-to-day scale. Stick to a coin, because by the time you leave a pool, lose all those shares, gain up your shares on another pool. The coin probably that had a quick pump is down like it did today. So if you swapped over your rigs, you're all now unprofitable, and you got to build your shares back up onto a new pool because you probably swapped over to Ethereum. Again, that's another mining strategy, totally different topic. I just wanted to point that out though. But 6 RTX 3070s is currently mining $23.45 per day before power, $21.58 after power. Now, why am I putting 6 RTX 3070s and giving their price? Well, that is because that is about the same price to buy the GPU as it is to build a 3900X CPU mining rig. And as of today, CPUs are more profitable than a GPU. Look at this. I got my one payment here just to prove to you. 9,152. I got my daily payout today. Punch that in here. We are making $23.64 per day mining Raptorium on CPUs for the same price to a GPU. So that's pretty insane. Bitcoin first started mining on CPUs. They figured out GPUs are more profitable, and that swapped over. Now it's all ASIC. So CPUs have not been more profitable than GPUs for a very long time. And GPUs, as we know, coming into the future, sometime next year, profitability is going to drop dramatically, and CPUs will not be affected by this. So I want to point out, CPUs are now more, as of today. Now, I did refresh this and it dropped. I was actually at $26 for the day, but it went down. So I'm going to give it a quick refresh, see if we went up or down again. And, oh, we went back up. So now let's look at that number again. So 91.52. We are now at $24.46 mining Raptorium on my 6 3900X rigs. Again, $23.45 before power. So we're $1 more profitable on a CPU than 3070s GPUs right now mining Ethereum, which is pretty insane. Let's put another point in here. We are using 780 watts with 6 3070s. We found out, well, I did in my last test, I'm only using 580 watts with the CPU, so we're using even less power. So I thought that was a great thing. I had to point that out to you guys. I was pretty excited this morning, but we have nothing to do with that. That's just a quick thing. We are testing a GPU today. I'm going to run to the chat, see if you guys do have any comments on the situation. Chump Change. Oh, Chump Change is here. Yes, he messaged me. He went out and he purchased himself a used 3900X, and as you can see, like I said, I've been telling a lot of people, come Ethereum 2.0, come everything, you could be losing money on GPUs after the merge does hit, and CPUs will not be affected by this hash rate, but we are seeing an increase in difficulty. Look at this. We are now sitting at 10.45 mega hash on the Raptorium network, and we're at the 5. So we've almost doubled our difficulty in Raptorium in the last couple days. It is peaking. I don't know if a lot of people are just seeing this. I notice a lot of people are starting to buy CPUs now. After they've been watching my videos, they're like, oh my gosh, now I gotta go buy CPUs. Thanks a lot, Rabid, and all this stuff. But I really do think in the future, long term, CPUs could be a better way to mine when it does come over GPUs. Not too many people are talking about this, so I think it's quite interesting. We've ran a lot of numbers. Some people agree with me. Other people are still telling me CPUs are not worth it, but you know what? The numbers don't really lie. And right now, we just pulled away from 3070s with a CPU. So it's pretty insane what is actually coming into play here. So we're going to be looking at testing up here. Anonymous Miner, welcome. Yes, Chump Change with cooler. Which cooler did you get? You only need the stock cooler on the 3900X. So that even saves on your money there, Chump. So maybe you ended up with an NHD 15, which is great. I recommend to get an NHD 15, especially for you, Chump, because you will be ultimately making videos on it and testing it. So having a bigger, bulkier cooler will be able to let you maximize your hash rate and everything without having to run into crazy high temperatures, especially on XMR and Veruscoin, which does use a little more power on your CPU, but it also creates a lot more heat. But you'll definitely need that if you do want to show difference between efficient settings and cranked up OC settings. So something to look forward to. If you're someone like you, Chump, you probably would want like an NHD 15 cooler. But again, when it comes to mining and running efficient, you can get away with the stock cooler 100%. I seen when I even cranked it up on Raptorium itself, I only hit a max of maybe 68 Celsius. AMD does recommend for 24/7 use. 95 to 100, or what was it? Yeah, it was 90 to 100 degrees, I think. Or was it 80 to 90? I got to relook it up now because I totally forgot. But I said it yesterday and I can't remember what. I'm pretty sure it was like 90 to 100 degree. 24/7 use is fine with the stock cooler. The RGB one for extra hash, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the stock cooler for those are actually all RGB. They are the Prism Wraith cooler. That is what the 3900X comes with stock. So AMD definitely gives you a good deal. Intel CPUs, they definitely run really hot. But anyway, let's take a look at this. Let me put on, my screen still says I am paused at 1 minute and 24 cents. So you guys seen everything I have seen, or 24 cents, 1 minute and 24 seconds. So I'm just gonna pop up my camera here. Hopefully you guys see this. Boom. All right, so we're just looking at the wattage because obviously we can just SSH into our rig and you guys can see this just fine. I'm going to have to swap my display, this one over, so you guys can see this side. There we go. All right, right there. So now we're going to start with our default settings here. I do have a flight sheet made up with the latest NB miner, and for stock settings here, I just went to the quick popular to start off here. Here we are, Ethereum, and you can see they're saying what is that called? I always forget that name. The absolute core clock. There we go. So 1199, 2250, and power limit of that. So on Ergo, I already know I run around 2700, so I'm already going to crank my memory up to 2700 just because. I'm going to keep the absolute core and the power limit at 115 just to see what we can get out of here. So where is my flight sheet? Stream test right there. MB miner engage. Now it's supposed to automatically detect which version of it. Now there are manual commands you can throw into use, but right now I just want to point out too, my system is only using 22 watts. Now we are 72 watts with we're only at 50 something now with our system idle, which is pretty insane, but our system without the card is only 22 watts. So whatever we do see, we will have to drop this by about 22 watts, and we're just going to go into our MOTD watch here. We only have one card, so we don't really need that command. So let's see what kind of hash rates we start pulling out here. Boom, boom. There we go. Right there. All right, so what are you guys guessing? Let's get some guessing. What are we going to get on this? Here we can see using LHR mode 2, LHR equals 69.0. So it already automatically found this. We're going to have to go through some quick, let me see here, basics when it comes to Hive OS. I just want to jump back into my rig. Here you can see all my Raptorium rigs going. I do have an error on my first rig here, but that's alright. Doesn't matter, we'll deal with that later. Okay, this is already saying 27.86 mega hash, but right here, oh, it's not big enough. You guys can't really see that. Alright, I'm going to fix that. 1 second. I'm going to have to make this a little bit smaller for you guys, so you guys can see everything. Alright, there. Alright, so I just want to point out, actually you guys need to see the whole thing, so let's just go like this. Alright, is that decent for you guys? Can you guys see all that? I'm going to subtract, get rid of the power consumption for a little bit here. Now, as you can see, we're running 63 watts here, right? My power limit is 115. Now, just so you get an idea, right now, let's say we need more power. So if I pump this up to, like, say, we're going to go to 140 for the power limit. It's not going to do anything. So we're not going to get any change here. As you can see, it's using 62 watts only. That's because the absolute core clock, when you do set that, it overrides your power limit. So no matter what you set here, unless you set this underneath of what the current power is being used, then it won't matter. So we are fluctuating back and forth a little bit here. We're up to 93 now. We're going to pump our core up once it does come to a little average. We gotta check our hash rates right quick. Boom. So we are at 27.38 mega hash. So that's not too great. Honestly, I don't even know what these cards are supposed to do. The 3060 Ti is 60, so 40, 45, is that what 100% unlock would be? Let me know. I've never tested this card at all. Like I said, I bought it. I threw it straight on Ergo because it's an LHR card. I am over Ethereum, and pretty much when I buy a card, unless it's a non-LHR card, I put it on something else because the power consumption usually works out to be, based on other tests that I've seen, not worth the effort, unless of course you have free power or running solar or dirt cheap 2 cents power like they have in China. But 27.21 mega hash. Is this not lined up there? There we go. Now you guys can see it. My screens are all messed up. Can't really see what you guys are seeing because I am frozen up top of my stream, so kind of insane there. So 27.21, not doing too much. Let's pump up our core a little bit. See, we're back down to 62. We're going to need more of a core here to get our power limit up, unless we were on like minus 500. So let's just try 2200. Let's see what 2200 absolute core does for us here. Boom. That's going to bump up. We'll see. We'll start using more power and whatnot here. And then at least up to 140. Once it starts to hit the 140 mark, then we will not exceed that. Now, again, we don't know how much power we are going to need here. So let's just jump back into here and see if we move up on our hash rate. So 27.23, 29.88, we're moving up. But still, nothing like I think we should get. Let's just let it sit. Like we said, when we did our 4 gigabyte test, it took like sometimes up to 15 minutes for the hash rate to actually get up to what it's supposed to be. I have not tested my 4 gigabyte cards for quite some time, but I'm assuming they're at 10 mega hash or less. But who knows? I'll test it out sometime to see how they are doing. 29.88. Let's get a little update here. Oh, we went back down to 28. So we're not doing too well, but let's just let it sit for a couple minutes. Have a chat. Let's see what's going on inside the chat right now while this does do its thing. Max power 1.21 gigawatts. 1.21 gig. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of power. Mining and football. What could be better? There you go. My 3060 laptop does 47 mega hash. Don't have any desktop cards. Which 3060 is in your laptop? Is that the version 1 or version 2? 379 for a 3900X at Amazon warehouse right now. Nice. But that's States prices. So in Canada, that's still $600 some to me. Oh, what it just said. LHR lock detected, wait to unlock. So it looks like it's detecting the lock, so it wants to unlock it. But you can see our hash rates are fluctuating like crazy. Let me see what you guys are seeing here. Yeah, you guys are. Can you read that all right? I'm not sure if you guys can read that. Our power is right down. Oh, we're at 31 mega hash. It came up a bit. LHR lock detected 3, waiting to unlock again. So it just has to do its thing for a while. We'll see. We are sitting at 31 mega hash. But what is our power? Looks like 130, 182 at times. Ouch. So 897. So that was 170 watts right there. It just peaked to. At 31 mega hash. Oh my gosh. What is that? 31 mega hash divided by 170. That's a 0.18 hash to watt ratio. That is very, very, very bad. I'd rather run a card from 1970. That was a joke, by the way. Those are way under the needed memory for that. You should get at least 41. Well, let's find out. This thing is sure bouncing around all the time. It's doing all its auto detecting here. Continue mining LHRs. It's switching its LHRs around to see. 28, 30. All right. Well, you know what? Let's boost this thing right up. It's not really looking like it's too progression here. So let's just go with like a straight minus. Let's go with a minus 300 or something here. We're going to set our power limit to like 160. Okay, we're going to get some insane power happening here, but let's see if this thing can boost up. What can we hit here with giving it like pretty much a lot of power? In 1970, a card was a punch card. Yeah. 1970. Actually, let me think about it. When did the Commodore 64 come out? That was around that time. Maybe it was the early 80s. Can't remember. I was born in what, like 81. So I had a Commodore when I was like 5 or 6. So like 85, 86. So I don't know when they actually came out, but I did have the old Commodore 64 growing up. That was pretty fun at the time. 30.66 still. I don't know what's going on here. This is not doing very well. Maybe I should try LOL miner. This new MB miner doesn't want to work out too well for me. We could try the different LHR settings. I think there's LHR mode 1 instead of LHR mode 2. I'm not 100% sure. Rondi, thank you for the $20 donation. Much love, Mr. Rabid. Thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. I made mining app for Commodore. Someone made a Bitcoin mining app for a Commodore 64. You know, back then it probably didn't do too bad because, you know, there was like no difficulty. So yeah, mining Bitcoin back then would have been nice. Can you imagine if you would have mined Bitcoin back then? Imagine going to the garbage dump, picking up old PCs and finding a hard drive, and you know, maybe it has like 20 Bitcoin on it. Wouldn't that be a find? There's people out there right now that are scavenging dumps, looking for old computers, pulling out hard drives to see if Bitcoin is in it. 28, 30. We are not busting this 30 mark, guys. What can we try here? Anybody have any ideas? Any ideas at all? We're only using 43 watts software. Oh my gosh. This LHR thing does not want to work too well. Okay, what should we do here? Let's try a different popular preset. Let's just go with that, see what happens. 3060, let's roll with 100 core 200 with a power limit 140. Let's try this. We'll try this preset and then we'll tweak it from there, see what this guy has in store for us. But right now we're not looking too good on the old LHR version 2, which is probably why I threw the thing straight onto Ergo. Because this does do about 110 megahash at about 125 watts, I believe it was. We'll do a quick test on that later on. Yes, this is Ethereum right now. Right now we are doing the Ethereum test. We're getting that out of the way first, right off the bat. You know, I'm going to write down all these numbers. We're going to test a few algorithms because this will essentially just be my test that I can throw into a video later on. So I will write all this stuff down on my notepad that is loaded up with all my previous tests for the past year. This notepad is worth gold. I should probably sell it, make copies of it. Did you add your minus LHR 69 or does it automatically? It automatically sets everything up now. As you can see, it's waiting to detect. Here, I can move up. Where's my thing? Oh, I can't move up here. I need my other screen. Okay, sorry. Okay, I can't show you. But yeah, supposedly MB Miner now does automatically do all that stuff. It detects the version of your card. It starts applying the proper things. Like right now, you can see it's LHR 68.2 to 68.1. It's trying multiple different unlocks to try to get this thing hashing away, but we're not looking good. Those settings dropped us down to 27.21 so far. But again, it could take 10-15 minutes for this to finally find out what it needs to do. But right now, it's not looking too good for us. We're down to 24. All right, let's try some settings here. 37 watts, that's insane. All right, our mem is way down, so let's try 2800 mem. If you are unaware, 28,000. Let's not do that. Let's give it a little more core as well, just because. Let's go 150 on the core, and we're still at a 140 power limit. That should be good because we're nowhere near that. Oh, now it just jumped to 140. See what we got now. Is this gonna give us anything? But yeah, memory wise, you double what you would normally use in Windows. So if like you're 800 in Windows, you'd be using 600 or 1600 in Hive OS. So we're at 29. That brought us up a little bit. LHR 68. Let's go, let's go. Let's get something rolling here. When you having a garage sale? Garage sale? Well, I don't know. I'll think about it. As far as I know, there are no version changes for laptops. None of my 3060 or 3070 laptops are LHR. There you go. Everyone go out and buy a laptop. If you want Ethereum, buy a laptop. Again, is it worth it at this day and age to start it? Because that's another thing I wanted to point out. A lot of people are mixed up between the merge and Ethereum 2.0. So let's talk about this a little bit while we watch our hash rates go up and down and fluctuate and do whatever they are going to do on this card. So the merge is happening supposedly first quarter next year. And now the merge is the transition of Ethereum from proof of work, which is GPU mining, to proof of stake. Now that is not Ethereum 2.0. That is just the merge. That is the transition. That's when mining on it supposedly will die. Well, it will die if that's when they do it. We don't know when they will actually do it, but that is their time frame, first quarter next year. So January to March 2022. Now, Ethereum 2.0, a lot of blogs and everyone talks about Ethereum 2.0, and this is when proof of work starts and everything will die. That is true. Ethereum 2.0 on tech perspective, guys, on blog writing, all sorts of things. That is when Ethereum 2.0 is in the play. That's when it's all going to happen. Sharding, the full transition, everything on the network is the way it's supposed to be with the staking aspect and validations. But that is happening way after the merge. So that could be in like the middle. That could be the end of next year. We don't know. That could be another year or two down the road. We have no idea. But we do know that the merge, which is a transition from proof of work to proof of stake, is happening way before all that. So when you see people talking about Ethereum 2.0, it's happening here, or the merge, a lot of people don't even talk about the merge. They just talk about Ethereum 2.0. You got to keep in mind, the merge is happening before Ethereum 2.0 happens. So the end of proof of work could very well happen very early 2022 because they set in mind, they have everything set up. Everything is pretty much ready to roll for the transition. They just don't have Ethereum 2.0 fully ready to go. So they could extend Ethereum 2.0, which is correct, but doesn't mean the merge will be extended when they talk about it. So there's a lot of lingual I don't know, lingo, I guess, going on in between the two that a lot of people are confusing the two up. So the merge is a transition, proof of work to proof of stake. Ethereum 2.0 is when everything is actually validating and going 100%. But mining will end way before Ethereum 2.0 does come into play. So I just have to point that stuff out there. There's a lot of misinformation flying around all over the place. It's pretty insane what happens. And all it takes is one guy to post something on Reddit and then the whole world thinks that's what's happening. So yeah, so what are we at here? 28. We're not doing very good here on Ethereum whatsoever. This is probably why I just, you know, did this on Ergo. So do you guys have any settings you think we should try? What do you guys figure? What should we try here? MC hits like 65 to 67. Minus 500. Yeah, let's do the minus 500 thing. Boom, let's drop that right down. Minus 500. Keep in mind when you do have power limits and stuff set that your fans and everything contribute to that power. So technically, say you're at like, let's say we're at 30 mega hash, we're hitting our power limit. If you dropped your fans from 70, if you're running at 70 or 80, I like to run them around 65 or so. But if you're running them at 70, you drop them down to 30. If your card is still staying fairly cool, you could potentially see a little more mega hash because those fans are taking up some of the power from your power limit. So keep that in mind. Fans do contribute a lot, especially to a lot of inefficiencies and whatnot. Dave Collins, laptops can always be resold. Only reason I got them, they wouldn't lose too much value when the merge happens. Very true. Laptops can definitely always be sold out or sold on the future market. Same with when it comes to your normal GPUs versus like the mining specific GPUs. But people buying the mining specific GPUs, they have no intention really to sell their cards afterwards. They're 100% ready to roll to mine for life. Like the mining farms, which are 30.77, 28.51. We're not breaking 30 at all. There's got to be something we can do here. Let's just let it sit for a couple more minutes here. What are we at here? We're at 140 of a power limit here. We got 28 memory, so our memory is cranked right up. We got barely any core happening, decent power to it, but we are not hitting nothing. 25. All right, let's change this up. Let's try some absolute core stuff again. Let's go 2150. See if some absolute core will help us out at all. Right away our power limit drops, goes to 120. 2150. He may have a lower power 3070. Mine is 90 watts. 90 watt 3070, that's insane. That is very insane. LHR, let me just check some commands here. We will try this with a different one. Let's see. New NB miner HiveOS. I think I googled that on my phone. That's what it popped up. No. Change log. Here we go. See what the other command is. So we have implement lower, add LHR mode option. LHR mode 2 is the default, which is the newer low power mode. So LHR mode 2 is the newer low power mode. LHR mode 1 changes LHR mode to old version, which is the same as 39.2. Oh yeah, remember this is 39.3, the version we are running now. LHR mode 1 is suitable for only power limited bound GPUs. LHR mode 2 is able to achieve lower average power and temperature, especially stable. Now this does say it's mostly recommended here for the DDR6X GPUs, which is your 3070 Ti's, 3080s, and 3080 Ti cards. So maybe we're not seeing what we're supposed to see. As looks like it's optimized for those bigger later cards, but we'll see what happens here. LHR support value. So I don't know, we could try LHR mode 1 and see what it does. Let's try first mode. We're going to copy that. We're going to put that into our flight sheet here. We're going to cancel this. Let's try LHR mode 1 just because. Because this one is not working too well. Flight sheet gone. All right. Let's edit our flight sheet. Set up. Now where is our extra commands? Right here. Boom. LHR mode 1. Apply. Update. Oh, it's still trying to shut down. Come on. Engage. All right. Forget you. I'm going into here. Flight sheet, Steam test, edit, setup, in there. Apply, update. Good to go. All right, let's apply this one now with LHR mode 1 and see what happens. Engage. Hey, what did I miss? Yeah, Tech, man, you didn't really miss anything besides LHR card not wanting to mine at all. Well, it's mine. Whoa, what happened? Illegal value. I'm sending in illegal values. Mining program unexpected exit crash. Okay, we did some bad stuff there, guys. We did some bad stuff. Let's go back into our flight sheet, see what's going on. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got to adjust this. You need something different command here. What's going on? LHR support, LHR mode 1. That should work. That should have worked. Maybe I need a space in there. LHR mode 1, let's try that. Darn you, Hive. Sabotaging us. Is this thing still? Nope. Alright. Why are you still going? Unset. Alright, let's see if it's updated now. I just started rolling around with it. Okay, yeah, we're good. Has the right one. Okay. Now engage. Let's see if you detect us now. Are we still going to have issues? It doesn't like our LHR mode 1, guys. It does not want to do it. Maybe I should swap over to Windows. Error. LHR mode 1 is broken. Alright, we're going to cancel you. Unset. Yeah. Erroring out. Let's remove that right off the get-go. Bye. It doesn't like it. It does not like LHR mode 1. Alright, let's put that back in. See exactly what it says here. Yes, I know you're crashing. You don't have to keep telling us you're crashing. Oh, it's crashing all the time now. I think we just blew up our card. Possibly. Oh, there we go. Picking up. Now, what's it say we're doing here? Does it say the LHR mode? See, it's using LHR mode 2, but we wanted to test out LHR mode 1. LHR is using 69.0. Light cache build 20 0 DAG epoch. Maybe we got to restart it every time we change a setting with this thing. So we're at 2150, 2800 power limit 4, 999, 35. Whoa, we just shot up to 35.32. So that's the highest we've got so far. So you might have to restart this every time we change a setting. Is a possibility instead of changing settings on the fly. But we'll see what happens. What do we got for power up there? Let me check here. What's our power gauge look at? 135, 181, 174. Oh my gosh. 138. That power sure shoots all over the place with this thing. It is really hard to get it stable. So you're going to have to, like, if you get a PSU and you build all these rigs together, you're going to have to get like a high. You have to build everything based on the high power so you don't overload your PSU if everything jumps max all of a sudden. LHR mode .1. You think that's the way you roll it? We'll try that. Let's try it. Hold on. Let me copy what you just put in there. Maybe you need the commas. We'll try it. 34. We are dipping down, but looks like our max when we hit is 35, but we're not hitting anything constant. I just want to see what the next uptake is. 34.19. So we are sitting in the 34s, mid 30s now. So we are making progress on this thing. Yes, this is still MB Miner. I'm going to try out LOL Miner after to see how that actually performs. Sell me your leftover RebTex, please, with a cherry on top. I don't really have any leftover ones. I have one that's on my Ergo rig, and I'm probably going to use the other one on something else. But RebTech is supposed to be coming out with some new ones within the end of this month or next month or something with Intel CPUs. And an SD card. Instead of using, like they have their mini mSATA SSDs. Or, yeah, is that what they're called? Their little mSATA deals. They're going to have a little SD card slot in them instead now. So they're changing it around a bit. Intel CPUs, they did say it's supposed to be ready sometime by the end of this month, possibly next month. So hold out for that because they do have an updated RebTech motherboard coming out sometime soon. And we're back down to 28. All right, let's cancel this out. Let's try it with the brackets and all that stuff like Techman says. Let's get into our flight sheets here. Boom. Flight sheet, where are you? There you are. Set up. All right, does that look right? LHR mode -1. That looks more correct of what I've seen somewhere else for Linux. Linux, you have to kind of put things in different. So let's hope this works. We're trying LHR mode 1, which is the one that uses more power, because LHR mode 2 is supposed to be the new one that reduces that power consumption. But right now it's not looking too good. Again, in Windows, this might work a little better than in HiveOS, but we don't know anything for sure. Oh, it's doing something. What's going on? Wait sockets, time wait. Oh, we're erroring out. Invalid JSON, text, argJSON, blah, blah. All right, so that command doesn't want to work. Okay, that didn't want to work either. Why are they telling us this? They said right here, add LHR mode option to LHR mode. Yeah, okay. Is the default LHR mode. The new lower power mode changes LHR mode. So I don't know what's going on. Why won't this work? Copy. Copy. Let's try this again, just because. It's because we're stubborn and we're like, hey, maybe we just, you know, did something wrong. Edit. Go. Engage. Paste. So that's what we did last time and it didn't want to work. But let's just, you know, for one more time. We'll just do it one more time. Just because. Engage our flight sheet now. Alright, there we go. Error, we're gonna get an error. But not ones in our emails. Why and how would they go Intel, the TDP of the motherboard? Okay, we're still getting errors. I'm not sure why they're really going Intel. That's just what they said they were doing. Probably because Intel integrated, it's gonna have its own integrated graphics, I assume. That way you can just plug into the motherboard and get display no matter what card you do put into it. I'm assuming that could be the reason why they went with an Intel CPU, but I do not know for sure. Alright, this isn't working. So let's just try MB Miner. Let's swap this out. We're going to get rid of let's get rid of MB Miner here. And we're going to move over to LOL Miner. Let's try that. Update. That should not have anything in it. Okay, LOL Miner, good to go. Alright, we're going to try some LOL Miner now to see what we can get. What was our max here? We did hit, what, 35 mega hash for one ticker? Let's see if LOL Miner can defeat NB Miner. Now we got like a competition happening here. Alright, what are you going to do here? Deep Miners, are you on, what's it called? Oh, we got to install LOL Miner still. So are you doing it in Windows? Probably can't find it anymore. Okay, I'm off to the mother-in-law's house. Wish me luck. Good luck, anonymous miner. Good luck. Alright, see what we're getting on here. My stream is still stuck on my intro. Oh my gosh. I cannot see anything that you guys are seeing, so I have no idea what is going on for you guys. So I'm so sorry for that. I gotta move this a little bit over though. Okay. DAG file going. Normal mode. Why is it saying normal mode? We don't want normal mode. Don't we want like LHR mode or something? Let's just see what LOL Miner does. We found out with our 4GB cards, it takes a little bit of time, but it at least detects that it's a 4GB card. Right now, it doesn't look like it's detecting any type of LHR. Load up, 26, 26, 26.6. Alright then. Is there a command we need for LOL Miner? Anybody know? I have not looked up LOL Miner, but it looks like we're hanging out at 26 and we are not climbing. So maybe we gotta throw in something. What are we doing for power here? 168. Oh, 54. So 146 watts is what we're using right now because our system is running 22 watts. 26 mega hash. Not very efficient, guys. Let's see here. Are there any pre-made extra lines, devices? No, no, no. All right, let's go to our online manual for LOL miner. See what it says. What is it telling us? Dual hash mode. Nope, don't want any of that dual stuff. 4 gig. No, no. Where's LHR stuff? Does it not have? I thought LOL miner had LHR commands. Where are they? Anybody know? Oh, parameters, basic command line, devices. Okay, this is not... Alright, I don't know, guys. I thought there was a command line for LOL stuff on LOL miner, but I am not seeing it anywhere. List algos. Alright, that's not working out in our favor, guys. Looks like Ethereum on a 3060 version 2 is not very good. Obviously. We're not making any headway here. Do any of you guys have any ideas? What should we try out here? What do we got going on here? GPU number 2, that one. Anybody have an idea? Hey, steal your blocks. What's going on? We need an idea here. We cannot push 26.6 mega hash. We're not getting past it. 2150, like we got our power up fairly decent here. 2150 on the core, 2800 mem. Let's just try something crazy. Let's just go like that one guy had. What was it? 1999. We'll go back to our default here, but move it back up. So 3060, 2550, 115. So we're gonna go back to the 1199, but I want to put this to 27 again. See what LOL miner, see what it likes for this, or if it likes it at all. What are we gonna get? 26.63 down to Jax wanted to try LHR mode 2. LHR mode 2, we had it in here. It didn't do anything for us. Like, I think we had 35 mega hash. What our peak was, that was LHR mode 2. It's on by default. And it looks like changing to these settings to not do anything. How's our power looking like? 116. Oh, we dropped our power down quite a bit. 116 minus 22. Let me see this. 116. Whoa. 116 minus 22. So we're at 94 watts on the GPU right now. So 94 watts, and we're at what? 26.42. Divided by 96, hash to watt ratio, that's 0.27 hash to watt ratio. Now that's still not the greatest. That's about on par with like RX 580s Polaris cards right now, but it's not the greatest. Because Polaris card is about 31 mega hash at 118 watts, and now it looks like we're at like 97 watts at 26.4 mega hash. So if we can actually get this mega hash a little bit more with not too much power, what do you think we should do here? Let's bump our core, absolute core, up a bit maybe. Let's try. Actually, let's try to bring our core down. Let's try a 1500 absolute core clock. Because if we go up, we dropped it down, but our mega hash didn't change. So if we can start using a lower absolute core clock and bringing the power down, now our power went up. What's going on here? We're going opposite of what we thought. Alright, whatever. What's going on in the chat? What are you guys talking about? Okay, Windows 10 and Afterburner. I don't have a 3060, so I have no help on. It's on by default. Yes, version 2 LHR is on by default in the new MB miner, and it's not helping us whatsoever on this card anyway for version 2 LHR. I think I had 64, 68 rule and config. MC can confirm 1199 is lower than 15. Is it really? Oh, hey Boris, what's going on? All right, I messed up. 1199 is lower. So what would be lower? What should I throw in here, Boris? What should we change this to? Oh wait, never mind. 1199. Oh, I've messed up here. Okay, let's go 800. I see what's going on. For some reason I was thinking 1999. I was thinking 1999, and I was like, whoa, way out in the left field here. I see what's going on now. I totally had numbers wrong. Yeah, that's an obvious lower number. Oh, insane. All right, let's see what this is doing. 800, that's the absolute core, right? Anything over 500 is, I believe, absolute core, if I remember correctly. So what do we got? Whoa, 18 mega hash. That's not good. We dropped our mega hash. We're kind of going backwards here now. What's our power? 104. Well, we dropped our power, but we also lost our mega hash here. 18. So that is not good. 800 is not a good thing. Let's try 1,000. What was... So yeah, 11.99 was the starter. We're going to try 1,000. Come on, let's boost it up a bit. 18. Oh, we're at 22. 109, so minus 22. 109, subtract 22. Oh, that's 106. 109. We're sitting at 87 watts. It just went to 110. So we're sitting at 88 watts at 23 mega hash. So 23 divided by 87, 88. 0.261 mega hash per watt right now. So it's still not the greatest on the efficiency mark, but that's all right. So let's just try. You said 1100. Let's hit the 1100 and see what happens. This is definitely a lot more consistent. LOL miner, the power consumption is straight on. We were looking at MB miner, it was all over the place. Like it was bouncing around like crazy. So yeah, that new MB miner, it did not really help us out too much when it comes to power consumptions, but we're seeing more hash rate in MB miner, that's for sure, but the power is all over the place. LOL miner looks nice and smooth, but we can't seem to get past the 26 mega hash mark. Not yet anyway. There's a setting here that'll probably break it. We just got to find it. 25.25, 114, 112. Not too bad. Well, we're going to go for mega hash instead of wattage. So let's go. We're at 82 watts. So we still have plenty of room to play with till we hit a 115 power limit. Remember, we stated earlier, absolute core clock does override your power limit unless your power actually comes into your power limit. So max we can hit right now is 115 software wise. Obviously, we're already at 113 at the wall. 22 watts is our system. So just take that off. So let's move up to, I don't know, I guess let's go to 1300. See what 13 gives us. We'll move our power limit up just to give us some play room here. We'll go to 130. So 25, we're going to break anything. 25.25. 1430, you think? Yeah, we'll give 1430 a shot here in a minute. 26.36. Let this thing wind up a little bit, see what we get. You've been running mem on MB miner at 1550. 1550 Hive OS, Benjamin, or 1550 Windows? 26.42. 116 watts. That's not too bad. Oh, that's about where we were before. Maybe 26 is our max with LOL miner. Might have to bump it up a bit more. 26.4. Yeah, it looks like we're holding steady at 26.42. All right, that's 3 in a row at 26.42. Let's do something here. Let's try more memory. Why not? Let's go 28. $2,800 mem. Will it do anything for us? Yeah, and Hive. Okay. Memory 1550. Okay. CC for 3060 V1. This is V2 though, but LHR 1 for 3060 V2 add LHR 2. Not talking to LHR mode. So just put in LHR 2. That's for MB miner, Techman. What are we at here? 26.56. We gained a little bit. I wonder what we can max this memory out at. All right, let's add a little bit more core. You said 14. Let's just go 14 before we hit 1450. See what we're looking at here. You on live chat? I think you're missing messages. I'm probably missing a whole bunch. I'm seeing your, can you hear me? I see your CC4 Techman add LHR 1 for 3060 V2, add LHR 2. That for LOL miner? 0 core, 1800 memory, 110 power limit. I'll try it out in a minute here. We'll just take a look. LOL miner 1 through has a new setting. Mode LHR LP. Try 0 core 1800 mem. Alright, we'll try 0 core 1800 mem here in a second. In HiveOS, all my RTX cards don't seem to -1 core 60 mem. Alright, we'll try 1800 memory with a 0 core. Alright, let's see what that does. 1800 memory. Someone suggested hit 1800. Let's do it. Boom. 0 core 1800 memory. What are we going to get? Taken away. 26.6. 25. We're starting to drop. Oh yes, the 110 power limit. We need 110. Let's do that. 110. There we go. 24.98. What's our power looking like here? 143. 24.9. We're stalling out at 24.9 on looks of things. Yeah, we're using 147. So remember, subtract 22 from that. So we're sitting at like 122 watts right now. 122 to 124 bouncing around for 24.9 mega hash. So 0 and 18 is not looking in our favor. That's for sure. Now, what was those watts? Yeah, Techman, what were you speaking of? Was that LHR or LOL miner with the LHR 2 mode? Or just add LHR 2 to LOL miner? Or was that for MB miner? Because when we used MB miner, LHR mode 2 was on by default. That's for LOL miner? Well, we'll try it. We'll see what it does. Let's just end this. We'll go into our flight sheets here. Scroll down to our tester. We'll just add that into the extra configs here in LOL miner. LHR 2, and we'll see if that does anything. Update. Let's find out if that did anything at all. Engage. See what we're doing. Grind temp LOL miner exited. Exit code. It does not like that unrecognized option LHR. So it does not want to accept that as a command. Unless you have to get rid of the ordeal there. But flight sheets. Get rid of there. Boom. Done. Apply. So far our best settings. So let's go back to MB miner for some of you newer guys that have not seen it yet, and we'll see what we were doing there. So we're going to update this. Again, LHR mode was on by default. You can see it'll load LHR mode version 2. Clean up all this gobbledygook mess up here. Flight sheet. Engage. And then we will go in. Once that loads, we will have to change our settings. Oh, we're still using 18. Let's cancel this. It did seem like every time we do a change a setting, didn't really apply while we were in MB miner. So we have to set a new setting and then relaunch the flight sheet. If everything wants to load now, everything's just kind of stalling out on me. So let's go back. I can't remember what our settings were that we were using when we were previously using this. So let's get into here. 1190. We'll go back. We'll take this to 2800. We'll do that. Absolute core. Yeah, sure. Why not? And now let's engage this flight sheet. NB miner. To the moon. Go. All right, let's see what it does. So here you can see using LHR mode 2, and it's using LHR 69 right off the get-go. Rondi, thank you for the $5 donation. Mr. Rabbit, try MB Miner 39.3. Core 1430, memory 2450, 32 plus mega hash at 115 watts. Alright, well, let's just shut this down and try that right off the get-go here. Boom, off, cancel, unset. Alright, let's take a look at that settings. So you're saying try 1430 core. 1430 core, 2450 mem, and the power limit 115 right there. Okay, all right, let's see what this does. Here we go. Boom. Whoa, going crazy right now. All right, new job. Loading up. Hi all, greetings from the UK. Hey Ruse Silva, welcome. How's the UK treating you? How's it going over there? Everyone's safe, staying free of all the COVID stuff? New job. MB Miner, let's roll. What are you telling us? Verification, everything's okay. It's taking its time to give us any type of hash rate. So we're at 26.31 currently. How's our power looking so far? 142, 141, 100. Yeah, see, like, look how MB Miner just powers all over the place. It's insane. LOL Miner is definitely a lot more consistent. We just need to try to get that hash rate up higher. There's got to be something in there where we can get LOL Miner tweaked, but that power is all over the place. So far, we're only sitting at 26.3. Oh, 32.9. Not too bad. It's really hard to decide what kind of power we're using, though. Like, we're down to 57 now. 59. Maybe it averages out to being a nice, decent middle ground, but it does see some crazy spikes. No mass, nothing. So far, so good. Nice. Well, hopefully everyone stays all good over there. Oh, it's changing the LHR up from 69 to 68.9 now, and we're at 28. We're back down to 28.7 again. See, it's all over the place. Power. Interesting stuff here. Have you tried reverting the MB Miner to the last patch, or you want to test the new one? This is the latest one. No, I have not reverted. Just the newest one that just came out. That's supposed to be the best that everybody's talking about, because it drops your power consumption and everything down. That is what we're testing now, but the power, like, look at this thing jump. 58 full system, 59, 60, all the way up to like 100 and something. This is a version 2 card, and I never put it into HW info or anything. I just know because it will not work on any driver except for the very latest driver. So this is definitely a version 2 LHR. Power, look at power, 142. We're jumping from 60 watts up to 142 watts, back and forth constantly. 28, 32, 27. So yeah, we're not really seeing anything too great for the 3060 and under. Yeah, this is mostly guided, it said, towards was it the 3070 Ti's, 3080s, and 3080 Ti cards, this newer version. So possibly the version before would be better for this particular card, but because its power, look at, like, it is jumping around. It's insane. Like, I don't even know how you would calculate power consumption on this, and our hash rates are not looking too great at all. I really think for this card we'll have better luck trying to figure out how to get LOL Miner to work. Are there any other miners actually that have LHR in them? What does T-Rex? Let's try T-Rex. I haven't tried T-Rex on this. Let's see what T-Rex does. What does T-Rex give us on this thing? All right, T-Rex, show us where it's at. Let's bust some T-Rex action. Rondi, US 20. Thank you for the $20 donation, Mr. Rabbit. Try it the same settings on MB Miner 39.2. Whoa, I'm getting data load errors and all sorts of stuff. Okay, wait. Same settings you gave before? You want to try out on MB Miner? All right, let's do that. Or were we still? We're still on those 1430, 2450. Isn't that what you gave us? 39, 1430 memory. Yeah, those were the settings we were using on the MB Miner. or do you need different settings? Okay, we're gonna hit up T-Rex now right quick. See what it is gonna give us. 0.2 is the good version. T-Rex is the way. Mr. Steal your block. Nano Miner, LL Miner, from what I've seen. G Miner. Oh yeah, G Miner has one too. That's right. We'll definitely have to check that one out after this as well. MB Miner is now up to 39.3. Yeah, we just tried MB Miner and it does not want to at least work on my card. Not very well. We'll try it again though. We'll move back when max voltage is now here, so he might have some settings for us to try with it, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, 39.3 is not liking this card. We're gonna see what T-Rex is gonna give us here. Same settings as we used last time. 1430, 2450 at 115 power limit. We're 26 right off the get-go here. Let's see, hash. Oh, oops. Didn't do that on purpose. Oh, it's 39.3 is bad, but 39. That's what people in chat are saying. So maybe I might have to revert back one version. We'll try that as well. Then we can get a kind of head-to-head competition here of 39.2 versus 39.3, because 39.3 isn't really working in our favor here. I just butchered this. Why? So we are not 26.3. So we're not really seeing anything too well here with these settings. So we're just gonna go back. We're gonna do a quick, we're gonna try these settings again, and we're gonna go MB Miner, the newest one, and then we're gonna revert the I guess the miner actually back a version to see what it does. So let's go back into MB Miner here. MB Miner update. Flight sheet. Engage. Alright, that's too small. I want to re-SSH in again. Just default settings here on the old test bench. Alright, nice big full screen again. As usual, auto detects, LHR mode 2, picking 69.0, and it does all its things, and the power is the biggest concern. It is spiking like crazy. Now, does anyone remember what our hash rates were? I got to write this down so that we can compare this to the other version here. So 26.3, we got to let it kind of do its thing for a little bit. 39.3 is for 3070 Ti's, 3080 Ti's, and 3080s. Supposedly cards that do have the GDDR6X memory. If we just check here, we can read this right quick. It does say, yeah, right here. So especially suitable for GPUs with GDDR6X. So right here, your 3070 Ti, 3080, and 3080 Ti is what it is stating for perfection with MB Miner 0.3, the latest version. So some of you are saying 0.2 is probably a better version for this, so we will try that out once I figure out how to revert back the miner settings. So what are we hitting there? 32.9 power. Look at the power though, like 57 all the way up to like 140. And remember, system is 22 watts, so subtract 22 from any number that you do see there for the GPU's power. But yeah, we're all over the place. This is not the greatest. All right, so let's revert our miner back. I gotta remember how I actually do this. I've never really reverted miner versions back too much. So we're just gonna go into here, edit, set up miner. So 0.2, oh yeah, that was pretty easy. So we're gonna use 39.2. We're gonna update. Let's see what we get now. 39.2, engage. Yeah, MB Miner 39.2. Let's see if this is any better for us. Oh, and it's got to download and do all its thingamajiggers. Just changing the flight sheet, Rabid Mining. Yep, boom, there you go. Now it'll work. Yeah, we got it rolling. It's pretty simple to figure out. Okay, so we're using LHR mode 69, so it's using, it didn't say 1 or 2, but it is using the same number, 69, just like the newer version did want to use with for us. So we'll see what it does here. 119. Our power is still all over the place. Our power is going everywhere. Tag verification, waiting to make sure GPU is unlocked. We got 0 hash rate. Keep it coming. Let's see what Hive is telling us. It might update a little bit sooner here. 31.2 is what we're getting in the dashboard here. So wait for this thing to update. 31.8. Get some refresh. 32.46. 149. Our power looks like it's kind of holding where it is. So 142 to 143. So I guess that's 121 watts for 32.73. 32.73, yep. So far, the hash to watt ratio, we are looking at 32.73 divided by, well, oh, we're almost at 150 now. So 120, I guess 121 again. 0.27, so still not the greatest. We're still on Polaris card efficiencies. 32.86. So this one does seem to be doing better than the newer version, especially when it comes to your power, like not bouncing all over the place. So like it said, that is probably for the newer GDR6X memory type of cards. Oh, we're at 33.3. This just updated. Might just be like 4 gig cards. It might take 10-15 minutes to finally ramp up. We're getting 34 mega hash on 3 3060 V2s, 2 VGA, 1 Zotac using 85, 88, 92 watts in the software in Windows 10, even though you have them in there. We know what you mean. Using Gminer. Oh yeah, that's right. Gminer. We got Testo Gminer here. 2.67 with locked core clock, 1550, and M core at 1350. Gotcha. That's not too bad. Gminer. We'll check that out in a minute. We still in the 33s here. 33. Oh, we went down to 32. 33.24. Gminer was the best for 3080 Ti, I think. We'll see. All these miners are trying to figure something out, but we'll get her going. We still have to test Ergo and everything. Oh, maybe we'll just have to end this after we figure out what's going on with this Ethereum thing. 33.24. Can we get this? Keep going higher. 32.8. So it looks like high 32s, low 33s, at least for these settings we're currently using right now. Do we have any other settings somebody would like to possibly see here? 1430, 2400 with a 115. Right now we're at 112 watts, so just under our power limit. Someone did say they're using how much power in the, where is it? 34 megahash on 3. SRB miner and Phoenix. We could take a peek at them. I don't really like Phoenix miner, but hey, that's all right. I was up until 7 a.m. this morning. Deep miners, why are you up so late? Oh, are we back up to 33? Oh, 33.2. Power consumption 147. So our power's staying nice and consistent. So that's a bonus here. Now we just got to try and tweak out the hash rates for a decent amount of power. We're not looking too good here though. 33.2. All right, well let's try Gminer then. Let's give Gminer a quick shout out here with the same settings. You know, throw across everything with the exact same settings, then kind of have an idea of which one could potentially be better. Obviously, we got a lot of tweaking to do when it does come out to seeing what the max amount of efficiency and everything we can pull out of one of these cards. What do I keep going to here? Gee. All right, Gminer. Now, is there a specific Gminer version we got to use with this? As we just found out, MB Miner, the latest one, is not the best one for at least this card, the 3060 version 2. All right, G Miner, where are you hiding? G Miner right here. I guess we'll just roll with the latest update. You've been testing for 12 hours on G Miner. Okay, nice. Okay, up. Test bench, go. Let's engage this. See what G Miner is gonna hit us with these settings, and then we'll do some tweaking from there. All right, we're back in our route, installing yet another miner. An enlargement tool for LHR. Something will get figured out eventually. By the time it actually happens, it may be too late, but who knows? I would definitely take a 3060 ... for free. Deep items. 15 to 20 minutes to tune properly to get a hash. Yeah, I was thinking that. It's the same thing with the 4 GB cards. It does take quite a bit of time, so we might not be waiting long enough to actually see what we should potentially be getting. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens here. What are we getting here? Let's check out our hash rate. Is this going to update before our actual miner? No, it's not. Oh, it's still doing the DAG file. Well, no wonder we're not getting no hash rates without DAG. So we're at 23.8 so far. 100 watts. We're using a lot less power so far. Oh, never mind. There's that 141. 105. Ooh, we're bouncing. We are definitely bouncing around. Come on, come on, come on. How are we doing on the old thumbs up like buttons? Oh, we got 40 likes and 32 viewers, so we're definitely in the up plus position. That's great. A lot of people probably decided, I'm out of here. See you later. This card's not working. That's okay, because this card, in my eyes, is more for Ravencoin. It's more for Ergo or something. It's not really. LHR is more. We're only hitting. Oh, we're at 32 now. That's actually not too bad. 32 in G Miner. 101. Come on, we gotta hit a spike. We're not doing 32 at 101 watts. There we go. There's 141. So we are using a little bit less power. It is pretty jumpy though. So 103, 143. So we're using like 121 watts if it peaks to 143. So 121 and 32.69, 131, 121 I mean. We're sitting at 0.27 mega hash per watt. So we're not getting above that 0.3 at all. That's not too good. Power 81 in the software, 91 software. Oh, what is this? We got some people that don't belong in the chat at the moment. So let's see. How do I do this? How do I do this? I'm messing this up. Okay, I think I fixed that. All right, so yeah, we had a stroller rolling in. Little other topic. Did you see how Raptorium is going up? Pawan, yes, I definitely did. While we're waiting for this to do its thing, let's just do a refresh. What are we sitting at right now? Whoa, we're at 28. So currently, we'll go back to it. My last payment on Raptorium was 91.52. Let's have a look what it looks like right now. 91.52. That is $25.62 USD in 1 day. So let's just go to what to mine. It's the same for 63070s. What is 63070s making us today? $23 before power, $21 after power, which puts CPUs ahead of GPUs in terms of mining. Now, a 3080 is still a little bit more profitable. It's a lot more expensive. I used the 3070 as an example because to build my CPU rigs, it's about the same price as buying a 3070. So, price to price comparison, we're making more money on our CPUs than we are with 3070 cards. It's pretty insane what's happening right now. Look at that. $25. How's that Canadian? Now, for me being in Canada, this is what I would actually be making. So that's $32.70 per day mining on my CPU in Canada. So that's pretty insane how CPUs are coming along. Again, who knows how long the price will hold, but who knows? Could Raptorium hit $1? Could it hit $2? That would be pretty insane if it does, because, yeah, the hash rate on Raptorium is going way up. Look at this. We're at 10.45 mega hash of the network. We're usually sitting around 5, so the difficulty is definitely going up. You're buying another 3950X to mine RTM. Nice, nice, good stuff. 3950X, great stuff. Where the mods at? I'm the only, actually no, it probably left. Techman I think is a mod, and where's my other mod? They must not be here. My mods are gone. They went AWOL on me to somewhere else. So anyway, where's our testing here? We're at 31 mega hash, so we're not doing too great. Oh, what's this? GPU lock detected, unlocking. Oh, it had to unlock some stuff here. 34.85. Whoa, okay, it takes a while. Gmile kicked in, looks like it unlocked it, and now our mega hash shot up to 34.85. What? Do a refresh. Oh, now we're down to 31. This said 35 for a second, didn't it? And our power consumption 147. So our power's not too bad. All right, well, bottom line, LHR cards are not very efficient. Again, if you have super cheap power, then it is worth it. Let's move on to something like Ergo and see what we're mining on Ergo here with this card, because Ethereum's not working out too well in our favor. So let's swap this into Ergo. Do I have an Ergo flight sheet? I'll just use the same stream test one, I guess. So let's go to ERG. Do you guys have some predictions of what we're going to get here? What was my pool? I was using Wooly Pooly, I believe. Auto. Apply. And we're going to use T-Rex Miner. Update. I believe my settings I were using were... Now I went to the popular. We're going to go to ERG. And I tweaked something down here a little bit. Which one was it? I think it was this one. So yeah, I think these were, but I went minus 500 core. Minus 500 core, 2700 mem, and I think I went power limit of like 105. There we go. So all right, let's test out this Ergo hash rate. Engage. Any predictions? What are we gonna get? Let me know. Let me know below in the comments or in the thing, or I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to type this and it's not loading. Uh-oh. We broke something, guys. We broke our card. I'm just kidding. It's not. There we go. Rolling in. 250 power limit, core 1200, mem 2500. Try. Some V2 are LHR for Ergo 2 and ETC. Yes. So let's find out what we're doing here. First, what is What to Mine predicting? I always like to look at What to Mine to see what they're telling us, and then we try to, you know, do better. Again, an efficiency standpoint. We're not trying to defeat something in mega hash. I like to see the best efficiency settings. Highest hash to watt power ratio here. So where is the 3060? I really do not like how they changed this up at all. All the cards are all over the place. 39, what? 3060 right here. So we're going with the non-LHR. So 110 for 130 watts is the normal version. The LHR version, it's telling us 125 mega hash for 120 watts. So 100, oh, that's TI. That's a TI. 3060 Lite. 110 for 130. So same thing. It doesn't look like it is affected. So we need 110 mega hash for at least 130 watts here. Where are we at? We're at 109.3. 109.3. Power consumption is 139. Subtract 140. Let's just go with that peak of 140, because 140 subtract 22. So we're sitting at 118 watts right now, guys. Is that right? Let me do that again. That's not right. Is it? 140 minus 22? Yeah, that's right. 118 watts when it peaks to the 140, and we are sitting at 108 mega hash. 108, 108.3. We can get a little more. I know this thing can hit 110. 109.6. Might need a little bit of a ramp up here. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. We're doing 118 watts only. I originally thought we were doing 125 based on my other settings, but we are losing hash rate here. All right, let's move this up a little bit. We might need a little more power for this guy. So let's just go 110. We're gonna go 110 power limit and see what we're hitting here. Oh yeah, because we were power limited here. You can see we're at 105 watts, which is what we were set at. So 110 might put us a little higher. 110, let's see if we peak it up. 108, we're coming back, slowly coming back. Crypto game mining, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for showing up for our testing. Ethereum didn't work out in our favor at all, but that's okay because I've had this mining ergo anyway. When I got this card, I didn't even think about Ethereum. I went straight to ergo for this thing. Now let's see. Let's get 111 mega hash. What? We just bumped 111. We beat 110. That's not too bad. It's saying 110.4 in here. So 148 though. 148. 148. Subtract 22. So that's 126 watts we're currently at. Now we're at 145. Oh, let's find a nice middle ground to detect. So 145. Looks like it stays steady around 145 the most. So we're going to go 145. And we're going to subtract 22. We're using 123 watts right now. 111 mega hash. So we pretty much defeated what to mine. We're getting 10 watts less, and we're an extra mega hash above it. So we just destroyed what to mine, guys. New numbers. Oh, insane. So this thing card is definitely, it's not the best for ergo, but it's definitely works great on ergo. This is a nice card for ergo mining. This is the reason why I had it on ergo. Ravencoin, we could try that out if you guys would like to see. Do you guys want to try some Ravencoin hash rates possibly? I haven't been writing anything down, so now I'm gonna have to do all this stuff all over again in order to, you know, do a video on this testing. Ergo okay. The 3060 V2 LHR is a nightmare in ergo. It's not random. This is supposed to be a 3060 version 2 though. That's the thing. This is the version 2 RTX 3060, and it seems to be handling this one all right. Which brand is yours? Maybe it's a brand thing. This is an EVGA XC, I believe. Yep. You can see it right here. Hold on. Let me just. My core is too high. What? Well, you can see. I'll show you my card. Let me just kind of move this around. There's my monitor, which I don't even need. Yeah, there's the card right there. On the old test bench. Let's bring this back down. Here's you guys. You guys can talk to yourself. See? Here's you guys talking away to me. Oh, here you can see. Look at my screen is paused on the intro still. Look at 1 minute 24 seconds. That's all I see that you guys can see. So I don't know what's really going on your guys' end, but I'm still stuck on the intro on my end. That sucks. Sorry about that. But all right, let's get this back in here. Move this in the closer. Whoop, whoop. There we go. A little bit of a. There we go. Yeah. Hi, YouTube. Knobbly, what's going on? Hello. Welcome. I have the same V2 going crazy when moving the mem over like 600. Really? I'm sitting at 2700, which on Windows, that would be. What would that be? 2700 divided by 2 puts me. Oh, divided by 2. So that's 1350 memory if you're in Windows. 32.5 at 110. Oh, that's what you're getting on F? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we were hitting the 30s to the 34 range, but our power was all over the place and it just wasn't efficient. So let's move on to Ravencoin, I guess, guys. See what they were looking like for a Ravencoin hash rate. Actually, Ravencoin, yeah, flight sheet, die. Oh, what's going on? Everything's locking up on me. Yeah, we tried G Miner, we tried LOL Miner. LOL Miner so far, I think consistency on power wise was my best recommendation for this card. Will you please make a video on how to CPU mine without a GPU? Yeah, I'll look into it. There isn't really anything fancy on it. I think in my last video, I went over that right quickly on it. But I can tell you right now, it's mostly, I don't know if it's motherboard dependent. The Asus motherboards do have a boot through errors option in the BIOS where supposedly you can set that, turn that on, and you don't need a GPU for it to boot. Again, remember, you will not have any display. That's why it works good in HiveOS. My X470 MSI motherboards, they're gaming maxes. I just booted it up and it loaded straight into HiveOS. No issues whatsoever. It did have an option to detect GPU or not. I did turn that off on a couple of them and it worked, but then I didn't touch the other ones and it booted up as well, so that option must not have done anything. But anyway, let's kill this flight sheet here. We're going to go into Ravencoin. We're going to see what kind of hash rates we are getting. Where is it? Did I already shut it off? Yes, I did. Alright, so we're going to edit this. We're going to go to Raven. Boom. Select wallet. Ravencoin. Configure. What pool was I using for Ravencoin? I guess I'll go with Fly Pool. Worldwide. I think I have something set up there. And we're going to use T-Rex again. Update. Now, for Ravencoin settings, I cannot remember what I was using. So we are definitely going to have to try something here. Raven. Boom. So let's see what looks good here. We don't really need that much memory, but let's roll with that and see. Well, nice starter ground. 140 power limit. Why not? All right, engage to the moon. Boom. All right, let's see what this looks like. Probably got to download this miner as well. No, that's, oh yeah, it's T-Rex. Never mind. On non-GPU mining. Yeah, I'll show you right here. Look at, boom, on. Oh, skip that. So yeah, here is my CPU rigs in HiveOS right here. No GPUs on them. Straight up flight sheet of only Raptorium. And those are the threads hashing away on RTM. Right there. And I'm only paying 30 cents per day on these rigs. Because that's per month. 30 cents per month on a CPU mining rig. And for a GPU mining rig, you got to pay $3. Now, up to 4 rigs is free. Then there's a whole bunch of speculations in there and how it goes. Anything after, you do have to pay for it. Obviously, I'm over the 4 rig limit, so we are paying for it. 23.72 mega hash so far. What is our power? 176. That seems high. What is what to mine telling us here? What to mine? Where are you? What to mine? 3060. What's the best coin to mine on a 3060 right now? Anyway, it is saying Ethereum if you are pulling 35 mega hash at 110 watts, which we were not doing. So maybe we'll have to go to the LHR. So let's see, 22 and 140 for Kapow. So 22 and 140. Now where is the LHR? 22 and 140. All right, those are the same. So let's look at the LHR version. It's telling us 24 at 110, and it is telling us the most Zano is number 1. But yeah, here's Ravencoin. We're gonna set that up. So we are looking for a 22 mega hash and 140 watt range here that we gotta try to beat. So we're already over the 22. So that part was easy. We can definitely get over that. But the power consumption here, 177 minus 22. That's 155 watts. So we are not where we want to be right now. We want to be under the 140. So let's just take our power down to, what should we try here, guys? Let's drop this to like 125. Let's go 125 and see what that looks like for us. And okay, what's going on? Mr. Steal Your Blocks, Raven Fire. Yeah, you're back. Hey, there's our mod. Where were you, Mr. Steal Your Blocks? We had a guy come in here and he was just spamming stuff all over the place. But don't worry, we got rid of him. Ergo laughs in Radeon 7. What does a Radeon 7 pull on Ergo anyway? That thing must, we can look on what to mine, I guess. They're probably insane. Radeon 7, are you on here? Sevens, where's the sevens? Vegas. What? Oh, there we go. 230 at one. Okay, that is okay. The Radeon 7 is a beast when it comes to Ergo by the looks of things. 270 for only 170 watts. See, this is definitely an amazing AMD card for sure. Most AMD cards, their watts is actually on par or a little bit greater than the mega hash. But if you're pulling more mega hash than the watts using, that's why I really do love the NVIDIA cards when it comes to ergo, kapow and stuff, because you have that extra algorithm here that a lot of the 6000 series cards, they actually aren't that efficient on ergo. Like look at the 6700 XT. We're using 140 watts, but only 80 mega hash. Now here, look at the 6800 XT. It's closer, but still 150 watts for 110 mega hash. Now you look at the Radeon 7, 230 mega hash for only 170 watts. So that's insane. Again, I do not know the actual numbers. It's probably different. We just totally had different numbers when it came to ergo on this thing here for our 3060, but 6700 XTs, 6800 XTs, I have no idea what their actual ergo hash rate is, and power consumption is based on this. So I don't know how accurate that number actually is. But just basing everything on that, that's one of the reasons why I don't really like the 6000 series AMD cards, even though they seem a little more available. They're getting that efficiency on that specific algorithm, which could possibly be a very popular one, is not that great. But again, I'm just basing my numbers on what to mine. I don't have one to test. If you guys have one, let me know. What numbers are you getting? Do you have a 6800 XT? What are you getting on ergo? I'm really curious. I have been adding non-LHR Founders Editions and RX 6600 even scalped to my ETH farm. Ooh, nice. 6600s are supposed to be really nice, efficient cards. When the cards starting to get bought up 20 inch or 20 feet there, they are still available for so long. Okay, what are we looking at here? 22.2. I totally forgot we were testing. 160 watts. 160 divided by, all right, so let's go 160 minus 22. So we're sitting at 138 watts right now, guys, and we're pulling 22.2 mega hash. That's not too bad, because what to mine, we beat it. We beat it. What the mine was saying, where's our 3060 now? Oh, I do not like this layout. Down, 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 right here. So 22 at 140 watts. So we are at 138 watts for 22.2. So right on. We're a little bit more efficient than what the mine is telling us. Now we could probably do a little bit of tweaking in here and maximize this a little more for a little less power, but yeah, it's looking good. So Ravencoin, this is a pretty decent card as well. What's that actual efficiency looking like though? 22.19. Divide that by, what was our power here? 138 or something? 138. That's 0.16. 0.16 isn't too bad for a Ravencoin efficiency actually. So do you guys want to try any settings here? Do you guys want to try a different coin? Do you guys want to just talk about something else? You want to move on to like CPUs or something? Let's get an updated chart here. Oh, we just crashed. Raptorium's crashing hard, guys. Just kidding. 52. $24.60 per day. That's still not too bad. That's not too bad at the current pricing. Hopefully we can see another big spike. Ergo 300 clock, 1250 mem, 99 watts, MB miner, NVIDIA driver 462.55. Oh, I don't know which NVIDIA. What's the latest NVIDIA driver in Linux? Because that's the one I'm running. 470? I don't know. I have been adding. Okay, we went through that. You're almost done. Power needs to be lower. 115 watts when done. You can get 32 at 130 watts. 32 what? What are we talking about? 22.63 at 130 Hive OS. Really? Okay, let's do that. With 22.63, what are we at right now? 22.1. All right, we can bump that. How many watts? 115. You think you can drop this down to 115? I don't know. We can try it. 125, 125. All right, let's try 120. I don't know what we're gonna need here. More core. Could probably lose a little bit on our memory. Let's try 2000. Oh, and it just wants to take its time. Try core 100, mem 2000. All right, we'll do 100 core. 100 core coming up. Oh, 1090 core. Why not? Let's try plus 600 core. T-Rex power limit 130. 130 on the power limit. That's going to bring us up too high, but hey, we'll try it. Boom. 130 power limit. What's are we looking like here? 22.03. The new power limit has to kick in, so it might take a couple seconds here. Let's test this update. Is this updating faster? No, it's not. 22. Come on, we need an update. 22.35. 37, 38. 22.58. Oh, what is our power, guys? Power is 167. 167 minus 22. 145. We're at 145 watts right now for 22.65. Little gain for that power is probably not worth it. What should we do here? Let's try 300 core. Just because. We at our full power limit? 130, yeah, we are. We are at the full 130. 22.6. Come on, let's get an update. Might not. Oh, we're losing. We're losing. We probably need more power, so that failed our favor. Needs more power, so it's trying to gut itself. Let's try 150. Maybe a little less memory as well. Let's try 16. 16 on the mem. See what that does. Who uses GPUs for gaming? Yeah, who does that? I have no idea. Whoa, I think, are we failing here? I just failed. So 22.5, 165. Power limit 125. What are we at? We could try. Let's do it. We should let it sit a little longer to see what it does. But hey, you know what? Let's just do it on the fly. See what happens. I think we need a little bit more memory though. Even though we shouldn't really need too much memory for this, it does seem like sometimes, depending on the card, memory does actually have a decent effect on it. I remember my 2060, I only needed like 300 on the memory. And it was like, I think in Afterburner, I put like plus 200 on the core and plus 300 on the memory. And that was like a nice prime thing on a 2060, but these 22 is not too bad. Power's down a little bit. Let's try a little mem. A little more mem just because. Now I wonder if we should try an absolute core clock. Should we try an absolute? What number do you think we should pull with? Anything over 500 is absolute. So what if we went? Let's go 1,000. Go 1,000 and we'll see if our power limit actually drops, or our power drops below our power limit, possibly. Because again, remember, this absolute core clock will override your power limit. If it does if it needs less power, it'll stay underneath your actual limit, and your limit will be the maximum that you can go to. But it doesn't look like we're down to 105. So yeah, we are using less power at 1,000, but our mega hash definitely dropped. Power down too much too. All right, so let's go. We can get rid of our power limit if we're using absolute core, so we'll just get rid of that. It takes its sweet time, and we'll slowly move our absolute power core. Let's go 12. Our power limit is still at 25. Why are you still there? 0. So 114. What are we looking at? Ah, we're losing. We're not making any headway. 1785. Yeah, this is not the good way to go because we're using more power now and our hash rate has dropped. So absolute core does not look like it works in our favor with Ravencoin. The ETH end result was for stable power consumption. LOL miner was recommended because G miner and MB miner jumped around like crazy all over the place. The last version of MB miner was better for this card, the version 2 LHR card, than the latest version of 0.3 for that. Oh, hold on, we're gonna have to go back to this. We're gonna go back to 200 here. We're gonna go back to our power limits because we are failing on Ravencoin with absolute core clock. Absolute core clock is not working in our favor. And yeah, where was I on that? My honest opinion would be like just mine Ergo or Ravencoin on that rig. But if he really wants to go into Ethereum with that, then I don't know. I'd go with LOL miner for a constant power rating instead of having your power fluctuate. You put 6 cards on there, bouncing around from 50 watts up to 140 watt system. Like that's a lot of fluctuations moving across 6 cards up and down a lot. So I'd probably use LOL miner, and I would not mine Ethereum with it, honestly. But hey, that's what he wants to do. Let it tune. Okay, let's go. 21.78. I forgot, what was our good setting at? We were at like 22.2. Oh, 22.9. What is that for real? 22.8. 130. What's our power? 165. Is this our new good setting? 170. Ouch. 169. Where's it? Kind of we got a little thing there. There we go. We can see a little better. 169, 167. Likes to hold out mostly. We'll go 167 with the odd spike. So 167 minus 22. So we're at 145 watts right now. At 22.85. So 145. 22.85 divided by 145. Oh. 0.15 hash to watt ratio. So we're not quite as good as what we were at. What were we at before? You guys remember? We had like 2700. No, I don't want ETH. Raven. What was that setting here? 24. Is that what it was? 2400? No. Maybe. 24 at 140. It's okay. Let's go 2400, ma'am. And then we brought this down to like 125. Was it 125 or 130? Anyone remember? Where was that nice setting we were sitting on? 22.8, so 160. Deep miners, you need to go have a nap. What's going on? Just out of interest, can the 3060 mine RTM? I don't think so. Raptorium is on a CPU mining algorithm, but doesn't mean a GPU can't mine it. I just don't think it'll do very well. I definitely could have check on it and try it. That would be an interesting test one day to shoot it on over there and see how a GPU does mine on it. But just like everything else, like if you move a GPU, like XMR used to be mineable on GPUs. Google still has, people are still trying to mine XMR on GPUs and figuring out why their hash rate is horrible, because it did move to CPU mining algorithm RandomX, and it's just not efficient to do it on a GPU anymore. Doesn't mean it can't be done, it's just not worth it to do it with that particular type of hardware. Where can we get the motherboard standoffs that you use? I found them on Thingsverse. I 3D printed them myself. So it's just a free file that you can download on Thingsverse, and you just print them out. EVGA FTW, it's going not too bad. RandomX killed XMR. There you go. Mr. Steal Your Block said it. RandomX destroyed it. And XMR is not that profitable anymore. Not like what it used to be. Okay, what do we got here? 124 watt software, 22.32, and our power is 161. I think we're back to where we should be. 161 minus 22, so 139 watts. So that's not too bad. 139 and 22.33. 139. So we're at 0.16. So I think that's where Ravencoin would be the most efficient, is around the 0.16 mark. You might be able to get to like 1.165 or something, but this looks like the numbers we're gonna have to settle on for Ravencoin is 22.33 mega hash at about 138-39 watts. So that's actually not too bad. Building a rig is fairly efficient. Do I need that massive cooler based on your last stream? 95 Celsius is acceptable, but if a good fan on the Wraith cooler, would it be sufficient? Yeah, you put a bigger cooler on, of course it's efficient, but I gotta keep in mind I didn't put my temperatures on that one video. Depending on the coin you are mining with your CPU, Raptorium for example, I only saw like upwards of 68 to 70 Celsius maximum on the stock cooler mining Raptorium. Now, if you were to swap that over to XMR and you overclocked it quite a bit and stuff, then you could potentially be hitting those high numbers. RandomX does use a lot more power, and it is a lot more demanding on your CPU, and those temperatures will climb. If you have cheap power, free power or something, you want to crank that CPU up, then you would need a bigger cooler, I'm predicting, for RandomX. Now for Raptorium and everything else, you should have no problem, but again, it all depends on the coin you're mining. Veruscoin, Raptorium, XMR, Haven, each coin are on different algorithms, and each one has a different strain and power consumptions for that CPU. So depending on what you want to mine would depend. Now if you just got the big bulk cooler, then you're okay for all of them. If you just got the stock cooler and you just want to mine the odd coin, or if you run efficient on every single coin, then the stock cooler is just fine as well. That is only for major overclocking, pumping out the max amount of hash rate. Also for pumping out a lot of power, that you would need that big bulky cooler. Is 80 Celsius sustainable 24/7 bad for CPU mining? It does depend on the CPU. Like I said, AMD, let's just take a look at AMD temperatures. 3900X CPU temps. Can't remember where I found it. That's 45 temperatures for junction 82. Where's AMD's recommendations? Thermal maximums 95. I can't remember where I found it, but 95 looks like a number. I believe like 80 to 95 degrees Celsius is the number then, which AMD says for 3900X is 100% fine 24/7 use on their CPUs. Now Intel and everything else, it might be different. I don't know. It all depends on the CPU you are using. Ryzen can do 90 cents 24/7. There you go. EVGA FTW said right there. 90 Celsius 24/7 is just fine on the AMD CPUs. And again, I don't even know if they hit that high with their stock cooler. Depending on what you're mining, that's pretty hot. If you're hitting those temperatures, it's either really hot outside, you're living in the desert or something, or your thermal paste is not applied very well, and I'd recommend changing your thermal paste and everything out, because it's really difficult to hit that unless you're severely overclocking the crap out of your CPU. And doing that, you don't run very efficient. You got any GPUs on RVL? Oh, Ravencoin Lite? No, zero, none. Right now, Ravencoin Lite, I don't even know what it is. Well, I know what it is, but no, I'm not mining it. I'm very limited. Like, I don't have that many GPUs or anything. Like, this is all I got. Just click on here. So I'll move this. Oh, no, slide that everywhere. I wanted to move my power meter. There we go. Move my camera down. So this is pretty much all I got right here. That's not even showing. Let me turn that off. There we go. Move this way. So I got this rig, which is 10 GPUs. These are 5600s, 36 Ti's, 5700 XTs, 470, 580. Some Ti's, that 3070, and that's that one big rig. Now I also got this 3060 card, a bunch of CPUs, which you see in HiveOS here. Yeah, CPUs are over here. I got these 5 CPUs here mining Raptorium. I got the one in Windows, and then I got 2 or 3 other 4 GB cards. That's all I got. So swapping over to like Ravencoin Lite and stuff isn't really in my strategic mining mindset. It's a new coin. Some people might want to check it out, but right now, whatever can mine Ethereum, I'm mining Ethereum. My CPUs are mining Raptorium, and all my LHR cards are 4 GB cards. They're mining Ergo. So that's just what I'm doing. I'm trying just to get whatever the long-term max amount is for each card is possibly be. Now my Ethereum, I don't keep, I don't hodl, I don't do anything. What I actually do is I convert that, and that's what I use to buy more CPUs. That's what I use to buy other GPUs and whatnot. So I don't have any hodled up Ethereum or nothing. I use it all the time, which is one thing that a lot of miners do actually use. They bring a lot of use to a coin, and a use in a coin is very much appreciated. I've been fine with the dual Nocturas DH15s. Yeah, the D-Fit. Oh, I love those coolers. They're awesome. I wish to have a black one day, but even just the solid gray ones, and they're brown colored, they just look amazing while on their own. Putting all cores to work, what negative effect does this have on day-to-day PC use? Nothing. I run mine maximum. You know what? You guys want to try a test right now? I'm gonna. So we're streaming. We're doing all this. Let's start CPU mining and see how that will affect. Like, I edit my videos, I web search, I rev everything with max amount of cores to the moon. Now let's see if our stream messes up right now. Here we are, 32 of 32 miner threads succeeded. So let's find out if we start running into issues. Oh, I don't even have this overclocked. Let me down. Oh, I better put my overclocks on. There we go. Boom. So 3.6 all core overclock. Here we are. We are now mining Raptorium while live streaming. I'm using my PC just fine, but I always turn it off just in case it does mess up something with my live stream. So we are testing right now. So if something happens and I disappear, thank you for showing up to the stream. So yeah, let's just go back in here. Wow, everything's looking good. You know what? Let's add another extra to this. Let's take, oh, that's my Discord. I don't want that. Minus. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna, boom, GPU engage. Let's throw this 3080 onto Ethereum. All right, so now we got our 3080 rolling on Ethereum. Now we got our CPU hammering away on Raptorium. We are live streaming. Everything still seems pretty smooth. So I guess there's aren't really any issues happening. Am I cutting out? Is my sound cutting out? Is anything happening during the stream? Is any type of quality dropping at all? Picture, anything? Let me know, because yeah, this is my first time of actually live streaming. Previous people, they start mining and stuff while they stream, and it messes the whole thing up. So I'm kind of curious. But I can tell you, well, CPU mining and mining, I do edit my videos. I do web search. I do everything still while mining. But the only time I usually turn my miners off is when I'm playing a game, because I do have my gaming channel, or is when I actually have to render the video or something. Then I shut my miners off, render it out, turn everything back on. But right now it looks like we're doing pretty good. I am mining away, and the stream is still doing good. Nice. Maybe I don't have to turn it off anymore. Who knows? It could have long-term effects. Still a good idea not to do this. Everything's still smooth. Do you run max cores when GPU mining on same rig? Yeah, everything's maxed right out. Like I said, when I mine with the Ryzens, I don't know too much about the Intels, but with this Ryzen, like, it's a 5950X. We showed you the cores. I wonder if, let's go into here, task manager. Did I kill anything? Take a look at the performance here. CPU maxed right out. Look at this. My memory, I'm only using 8.9 gig of memory right now out of 31.9, so 32. We have 5,042 threads, whatever happening right now. We're sitting at a 3.5 gigahertz, so I am overclocked, all core, 3.6 gigahertz, which is obviously my mining. But yeah, we are 100% maxed out on the CPU. And it looks like our CPU miner is only calling for 94.6%, because it looks like it's automatically allocating everything to OBS Studio, to Google Chrome, to whatever else that does need it. So that's actually pretty good. It's a nice smart CPU. Mr. Studio Blocks. People turn Miners off? Well, I guess I won't be anymore. We're going to be streaming and mining at the same time all the time now. Whoa, look at this. Each rig here just smashed 10 kilohash per rig. We're doing 52.3 kilohash on Raptorium currently. It hit a nice, easy algorithm. That is insane. I should screenshot that. These CPUs just busted off a nice algorithm. Oh, there you go. It just dropped. Oh, and we had a red error here on this rig. GPU detected dead. Number 2. What is your issue? I've been messing around with you. I updated HiveOS, and I've just been running into issues of all these GPUs. I've been turning up the voltages and the memory voltages, and it just doesn't want to run right. I got to backtrack another. I think it's like 14 or 15 HiveOS updates back is like the smoothest one I've ever had. No issues. But I tried this a while ago, a couple weeks ago, same issues, so I backtracked it. Yesterday I just updated it again, and now I'm running into all these issues again. I thought maybe a new version fixed that, but now I'm going to have to go back like another 12 or 14 Hive versions to get this to work properly again. Been on Raptorium for a month-ish. Nice, nice. Good stuff. So this is, yeah. That's it for our testing. Do we have any questions or anything we do want to talk about? Raptorium price, did you go back up? Come on, go back up. 25.63. Let's see what my total CPU profits are then. Where's our plant? Let's just confirm that our workstation is online and mining again still. Load. There we go. Our workstation's back up and running. Total Raptorium, 282,670. Let's have a look at that. 282,000 total paid. 282. Where was that? Our plant, 282, 670. 670. 716 USD. Now, if I put that into Canadian, 913. So technically, I've been mining for about a little over a month now. Remember when I first started, I only had the 2 CPU mining rigs, and then I just upgraded recently in the past couple of weeks. If I sold all this right now, I could go out and purchase myself another CPU mining rig. So there, nice, good stuff. 1 month, a little over a month, and we almost have $1,000 Canadian mining Raptorium on our CPUs. That's pretty good, especially with what's happening in the GPUs after Ethereum does move to proof of stake. CPUs are looking really nice right now. Not too many people are talking about that either. So you heard it here first. Just kidding. I don't know. Who knows what's going on? We don't know what the future holds for any of us. Okay, so what's the profits of a 5900X? It'd be about the same as what this is. Now, what is the daily profits of one? They were mining, I think it was around 1500 per. So that's 490. Let's go USD. US. So about $3.79 is what one 3900X rig is making currently. So almost $4 per day for one rig. And 5000 series is about the same as the 3000 series. I just prefer the 3000 series because they are last gen, so gamers are always upgrading to their newest gen, so you can always pick that stuff up on used markets, used sales, and they perform just as well as 5000 series because you're undervolting and you're underclocking. Like, you're not cranking these things up. It is not efficient to OC a CPU up to its maximum potential like you see gamers and stuff use. A gamer burning power, it's funny no one really brings this up. A gaming machine, gaming is using twice the power as a gaming machine mining. How come no one talks about that when it comes to power consumptions and all this, stuff going on out there? But yeah, a gamer is wasting a lot more power than a miner is. And a miner is actually doing something and getting paid for it. So it's pretty insane. Anyway, yeah, so who's all left here? What do we got? Yes, but which options? I know XMP disable helps. Yes, I am not running any XMP profile at all. I am using CL14 RAM. As you can see, my memory and fabric clock, they're only running at 1000. Now, if I was to overclock this, they'd both be running at 1600, which gives you your 3200 megahertz, right? I'm only running 1067. The XMP profile is off and it's defaulted. And you only lose slight amount of hash rates, but you lose more power than you do hash rate. So it works out to be more efficient than running overclocked RAM. So like right now I'm running what's 1067 times 2 is like what? 2021 something, 22 something is what my RAM is running at, which is just the default clock settings. But it is In this PC, CL16. CL14 is the nice sweet spot number, I think. So I do want to upgrade my RAM, but it's going to be expensive because I do need 32 gigabytes in my workstation here for rendering videos and whatnot. So it's going to be a little pricey to do it on this specific system. But for a CPU mining rig dedicated only, you only need to get like 4 sticks to make 8 gigabytes total, or if it's cheaper, 8 to make 16 total. You only need 2 solid sticks of whatever the cheapest ones you can get. Yeah, hope that answered that question a little bit. Seems you're doing 9K a day. Who's doing 9K? Yeah, I'm doing about 9 to 94. Where's my R plant? Right here. So per day right now, 9,152, 9,019, 9,170, 9,200, 9,400. 9,500 that day though, so like it's been varying the difficulty. You can see it's been moving around, but it looks like it's coming down a little bit. That's good. You guys got to stop mining Raptorium, seriously. Like, this difficulty is starting to get a little high here for my liking. I'm just kidding. It's fun. It's awesome. Morning to you. What? Try some different pools. I found Solo Miner and Zerg pool being pretty good, but the price was low. Also, our pool for me was higher payday. Profit going off the wallet, not the website-ish. I was looking at our pool, but you cannot change your payment schemes. Raptorium, which is kind of based on BTC, and it works the same way Ravencoin is. You want to get, honestly, I want to change my payouts to be like weekly and possibly even monthly, because if you have a whole bunch of smaller payments going into your wallet a whole bunch of times per day, like our pool and stuff does have. I was going to move to our pool, but them only having like a 10 or a 50 every hour payout, they pay you out after you hit that amount and you cannot change it, really turned me off that pool, because a whole bunch of small transactions moving into your wallet long term, say a year from now, Raptorium hits $1, hits $2, and you have like 500,000 Raptorium saved up and you want to sell it, you won't be able to move it all in one lump sum. You're gonna have to do a whole bunch of smaller transactions because the transaction blocks are filled up from all these smaller transactions. That way, if you would have took larger, longer scaled out payments, then you would be able to move a lot more at one time later on in the future, which is why you do not want a whole bunch of small payments, which is why I did not choose other such pools like our pool. Long term, it would not work out in your favor. And that's the same way Ravencoin works as well. You want larger, longer transactions instead of smaller daily payments. Technically, I shouldn't be doing daily payments right now, but I wanted to get an average of what I was mining so I can calculate it to work out to a weekly or monthly payment in the future. So maybe tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to just take my 9,000 times that by 7. I'm going to set my payments to like 64,000 per week payments or something I'll start taking, because I want to decrease the transaction size and increase slower, longer payments for that reason. That kind of work out. I want that too, one lump sum, so I went solo. I couldn't get my password to work on our plant. Block size is 3750 and Zerg pays so far 3720 per block. I'm only 2 CPU, average block time is 2 days. Well, that's pretty nice. I thought about mining solar, and look, I just got another error on that rig. I hate you, HiveOS. I hate the new version. I'm gonna have to downgrade this thing all over again. Yeah, after the stream, I'm gonna be downgraded. I can't remember what version number I was on now, but I definitely got to go back like 14 or 15 HiveOS versions to get this thing stable again. All right, so where are we at here? Jump back into the old website here. If anybody is looking for a Rabid Mining merch, we know I just click the old button right here on the rabidmining.com website. Maybe it'll load this week. We do got some face masks. Oh, it's not working in dark mode. What's going on here? Boom, there we go. We got a hat. We got a face mask. We got some nice mugs. We got my Rabid Mining Nvidia shirt I made. I still got to tweak it a bit though. Let's take a look at that. The last video, people were saying I should turn that sane into a sane, so I kind of did. So Nvidia, inspired by gamers, made by Nvidia, purchased by miners. So yeah, put that out there. People said turn that into a slogan, so I did. Then we got a little water jug. We got some stickers, another Rabid Mining hat right there. So I am working on adding more stuff all the time, but this is what I got so far. Thought I'd just point that out to you guys, that we're still here. I've been stuck refused several times due to too many UTXO transactions from small payments. All right, MD NVIDIA, hash is hash. Very true, very true. Hash is hash. Do what you got to do. Get that hash rate before it's gone. Try some different pools. I found, okay, yeah, we went through that. Can you do a short video on your BIOS settings on the X470 MSI gaming? For sure, I can definitely look into that. No problem. Trump was using that AIO on his rig last week. I'm wondering about power consumption. Yeah, AIOs definitely use a lot more power. It's really hard to figure out what your power consumption is. Like right now, mining with my workstation. Oh, we are still mining with this thing. I totally forgot we were mining on this. Everything is 100% fine. So yeah, we are mining on this thing with our GPU and CPU, and our stream is going 100% okay. Nice. We didn't end. We ended up with the same numbers on Ethereum when you were still here, Boris. Then we swapped over to Ergo. We were getting about 111 mega hash on Ergo at, what was our power consumption? 123 watts or 122 watts or something. Then we swapped over to Ravencoin. We were hitting about 22.3 to 22.8 mega hash at about 100 and, was it 38 or 139 watts? I believe is what all the numbers ended up at. And Ethereum was all over the place. LOL miner was the more constant power consumption. It had kept it everything. G miner and MB miner, the power consumption would be anywhere from 60 watts up to 148, 160 watts or something in there. It was all over the place. It was crazy. So recommendation would be use LOL miner if you have really cheap or free power. Is what it boiled down to pretty much. My GB pool links to Coinbase site that collects a specified number of deposits and sends a large defined amount to your wallet. That's not bad. It's pretty nice, but I can't remember how it actually works. I think everything originates from the original transaction, but I don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. How long were the spikes on Ethereum with that? So probably every couple seconds it'd be like 60 watts. Next thing you know, a couple seconds goes by, it hit 147 watts. It'd sit there for a little bit, then it'd drop back down to 60, then it'd go to like 140, then go to like 170. But seemed every couple seconds it would jump somewhere and it'd sit there for another couple seconds. So it was pretty constant on the pricing. We also worked out that the newest version of MB Miner, the 0.3, was geared towards the GDDR6X memory, where the version 0.2 was a little better than the latest version for this particular card. So the 3060s and the 3060 Ti, which is just the GDDR6 memory, probably would see a little better performance than using the newest version of MB Miner. There we go. Do I have a Raptorium video? Yes, I do have a how to mine and everything on my other channel, which I still have to bring over to. So it's all confusing now ever since this channel went down. Now it's back, and then I made the other one. So now my new channel is now technically going to be the older channel, which then my oldest channel, which is the original channel, is going to be back to the normal channel. It's pretty confusing. But on my newest channel that I made, I do have the how to mine video, which I will be uploading to this one sometime here soon and deleting it off the other channel. Crypto, my wife blames you for me buying more 3900X CPUs. It's better that she blames you. Oh, great. Everything's my fault now. I'm sorry. You know what? I might just have to retire and say, hey, enough of this. People are blaming me for too many things. I'm just kidding. It's all good fun. Nice. It's nice to see more people dabbling into the old CPU thing, though. It is a lot of fun once you actually get it. It's a lot of fun to tweak out and figure out, and once you get it all locked down, it does become a lot simpler than it initially seems. It's just a quick little learning curve. I do keep buying. Well, you know, if you find some great deals and you know you have too many, you can always send a couple my way. I'll have no issues with that. Just kidding. All right, guys, so we have been here for quite some time now. It's been a couple hours. Some nice fun testing we got going on. But if you're new to the channel, just checking this later, please hit the subscribe button. Join the Discord. All the links are in the description. We need people to post rig picks in our rig picks section so we can go through them. Usually we do it on Sundays, but just today we decided to test this card out. But I'd just like thank everybody for showing up for today's stream. Thank everyone who did donate, anyone who became a loyal Rabid Miner from the join function of the channel. and much appreciated. Love you all, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Rabid out.